And now let's jump to the soccer segment, and I will also include a few transfers for you guys before I close this presentation. And as you all know, the French league, the German league has resumed. The Spanish league have a few games. Today we had Sevilla, who got beat by Deportivo Alaves. And then in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, we have the tournament, the Copa de España, and we have the Super Clásico on Sunday between Real Madrid and Barcelona. This game will be, if I'm not mistaken, at one moment time. The schedule, well, it's on Sunday, but I don't have the time for this. 1 second. This is the time stamp. They said 2 p.m. I don't know what time it will be in Saudi Arabia. Real Madrid will be playing Barcelona overseas in the Super Copa. This tournament used to be, this is the FA Cup of Spain. This used to, well, I believe this is the Carling Cup of Spain. This used to be held and well, on Spanish soil. But don't forget that the Saudis, who bought the Real Madrid or have a big stake in Real Madrid now, with defense participation. Barcelona, I believe, the same thing as well by the Qataris. So it would be a Qatar versus Riyadh, basically. Madrid representing Riyadh, and then the Qataris in Barcelona. Even though I have not purchased Barcelona completely yet, after going to the financial nonsense. So this one will be a battle for the first trophy of the season. I hope that Madrid can. I'm not gonna say I hope. I'm just gonna cross my fingers. Well, it's the same thing. I just don't like using the word hope. So at 2 p.m. on Sunday, Real Madrid will be facing Barcelona, the enemy, of course. And folks, just enjoy the game. Now, normally I would jump on Real Madrid, Ancelotti, the whole 9 yards, but the reason I'm being hesitant is this: defense. I don't just support the club. I behave like the manager who runs the club. Ancelotti don't care about your superstar status, how famous you are. And when I say this, he's talking to guys like Jude Bellingham, Vinicius, Rodrigo. He's talking to all of them. The only person you will not see him sweat if you follow Real Madrid is the likes of Camavinga, who does his job, Toni Kroos, and of course, who these guys are departing this year after the season's done in May. And of course, Luka Modric. He will not like bark at them because these guys have won a championship, a combination of him and Zinedine Zidane. But after watching Real Madrid perform against Atletico Madrid, the coach had a few things to say. Well, not in the interview. And by the way, Feliz años to Daniel Carvajal, the captain. Real Madrid is not supposed to concede 3 goals in the semi-finals. That is very out of character. Madrid had to climb back 2-1 from halftime. Hermoso, Griezmann, and then Rudiger with their own goal in the 78th. Madrid had to pull, and the same Rudiger score, Mendy, Carvajal, Joselu, and Diaz. The same defense who allowed the goals to be scored against were the same one to bail me out. Barcelona will not give you any chance this Sunday. Yes, Barca is our enemy, but you have to watch how they get it. This team is focused on their last the game against Osasuna in the semi-final. I watched the highlights, and Gundogan, the ex-Manchester City player, was flawless. Robert Lewandowski, flawless. Their wingers, Yamal, flawless. This team is focused. Rafinha from Leeds United, or the ex-player, flawless. Torres used to play for Manchester City, flawless. De Jong from the Netherlands, flawless. Roberto, flawless. Their defense, Araujo and Christensen from Denmark, flawless. Barcelona is more focused to cause the upset this Sunday. If I was Real Madrid, the same way I would want Arsenal, don't go on your name and reputation here, because you may get embarrassed this Sunday at 2 p.m. against Barcelona. I'm issuing this to you guys as a warning. If you get complacent, you will be put to bed by Barcelona. They don't play. And don't forget they have the likes of João Felix. They have a coach in Xavi Hernandez, who used to be their captain back when he used to partner up with Iniesta in the midfield. They're very focused. And the youngest scorer in La Liga history, Lamine Yamal, at 16 years old, will be mentally focused and prepared to upset their main rival, Real Madrid. They have no respect, and I expect them to show zero respect for Real Madrid. You are in grave danger if you're going to come here with arrogance and thinking that you're going to defeat Barcelona this Sunday. Big mistake. You will catch the big L if you show up with that mentality. All in favor here, I expect Real Madrid to show up on the pitch with an underdog mentality. I repeat, you want to win this final, you have to do it with an underdog mindset. In another word, you are at disadvantage here. When you come to your striker, look at Joselu, no disrespect, and look at Robert Lewandowski, ex-Bayern Munich. I don't have to explain this. He won Barcelona La Liga España last season. Joselu was struggling to even score 10 goals. I don't have a striker. Even though we proposed to buy Kylian Mbappe, it's a 50-50 situation. There is no guarantee that he's going to sign with Real Madrid. As far as I'm concerned, I'm leaning more towards Liverpool signing him next summer compared to coming to Madrid. So I don't know how they're going to do this, but we're pulling for Real Madrid. La Victoria, we want it, and I want to get to this, to win the gold, the very first trophy. Because why? If I'm relying on Arsenal, the Raiders, and the Bills to get a title this year, I have a feeling it's not going to happen, because Arsenal themselves already tapped out in the Premier League. It's a mess for me. Alabama tapped out to Michigan Wolverines. Real Madrid looking. Show up on Sunday with the underdog mindset. Now, as for the Carabao Cup, this past week we had some upset. I promised you guys there were going to be some Goliath who take some big hits, and Chelsea was the team who took the hit. They lost to Middlesbrough, or Borough as I like to call them, like when I used to call them back in 2005. Borough beat Chelsea 1-0. Number 7 Hackney caught the Blues napping, and the Blues paid the price in the 37th minute. Absolute shocker if you're a Chelsea fan, but to us, because why? Some Chelsea fans were expecting Chelsea to win the game 6-0, 3-0. Well, the scoreline favored Middlesbrough or Borough. Liverpool, well, all they do is win. I don't have to go into details. For those of you who watch the Carabao Cup, you should know by now that Liverpool is in the finals against Middlesbrough after downing Fulham 2-1. Curtis Jones and Cody Gakpo responded well to Williams' 19th minute goal, the opener. And then of course at Anfield, I always tell teams like this, whenever you travel to Anfield, even if you're leading 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, it does not matter. You are playing at Liverpool at Merseyside. If it's at Everton's ground, at Goodison Park, you get away with it. When you're playing at Anfield, if you don't have a 90-minute focus, all teams have been victim to this. From Madrid, Milan, Arsenal, Bayern, the whole 9 yards. It's a haunted ground. It's Halloween every season. And Fulham, unfortunately, were a victim to Liverpool's Anfield magic. 5-star performance by Jurgen Klopp. As always, best team in the league, best team in the land. That's what they do. Now moving on to the Coppa Italia, we had Fiorenza, aka Fiorentina, the La Viola, who defeated Bologna 5-4. And to move on to the semi-finals, Lazio di Roma won the eternal rival City duel in the 90th minute, and then there was a fight that broke out. 3 red cards were issued, and it was a mess, but it was fun. Like I always tell you guys, when these two step on the pitch after the El Clasico, Madrid-Barcelona, the North London derby, and then the Manchester derby, Liverpool versus Manchester United, you're looking at the most heated rival between two teams where people actually lose their lives in the stadium. Lazio versus Roma. I remember when I was a kid in 2002 watching this game where Francesco Totti was facing the Simone Inzaghi's of the world, the Paolo Di Canio. Somebody actually died in the stadium by the 55th minute. Somebody threw a red flare, and planted it in the other person, literally. And the dude died on the spot in the stadium where they had to cancel the match. So they take football ultra serious in Italy. This is what makes it my second favorite league in the world. And they take their football extremely serious. And then we had AC Milan, who were eliminated. Well, this is a surprise with the team they have nowadays. And Atalanta pulled off the upset 2-1. And this was the same team that stuck it to Napoli. And they have also now eliminated AC Milan 2-1 to move on to the semi-final. And Juventus, who won their game yesterday 4-0 against Frosinone. What a performance by Juventus. Respect. And Dusan Vlahovic will definitely now stay in Juventus. Arsenal can forget about signing him. And now, with that being said, let's give you your previews for the weekend when it comes to football. Me, I have no preview because the Premier League is off. Teams are on vacation. Arsenal are in Dubai, even though I would wait for them to be in Dublin. And because why this team is not focused, I don't know how this team is going to maintain to complete the rest of the season. Because why? A team like you just lost a title literally to both Manchester City and Liverpool in December with your capitulation. Why do you deserve vacations? And why do you deserve to bring your wives with you guys to Dubai on vacation? I saw you guys watching the Real Madrid game the other day. The VIP box, because you guys are invited, because don't forget the Emirates sponsor both you guys. And I'm watching guys like the Sakas of the world in their box, the Martinellis of the world sitting there with their wags, or aka their wives. Do you deserve a vacation for 2 weeks? You have not earned it. Teams like Liverpool deserve vacations. Manchester City deserve vacations. Barcelona deserve vacations. Even if they're on vacation, just to show you the championship mentality of the elites. Even though they're on vacation in Dubai, the Madrid and the Barcelona team of the world, they are competing for titles, major titles. Meanwhile, Arsenal is getting suntans. Anyway, it is what it is. As in Bukayo Saka needed. But again, let's get back to the football here. Today, the results were very simple. I already gave you guys the La Liga game that was going on with Sevilla, who lost to Deportivo Alavés. We had Marseille, who had a shocking draw. I guess it must be the holiday lag. They were drinking. They were off for a month. Well, you come back a bit rusty. Team like Strasbourg, the home of Arsene Wenger, 1-1. They shocked them in the 90th minute. Bayern Munich came back from the holidays. This is what they do. When you are labeled as the second or the third best team on the planet, Manchester City number 1. Number 2, of course, is Bayern Munich. Number 3 would be Internazionale. Number 4, Real Madrid. This is what die Besten do, die Mannschaften, to commemorate the loss of their captain, Franz Beckenbauer, rest in peace, who passed away. The captain of die Mannschaften, and the guy who basically molded what Bayern Munich is known as today as a superpower in football. This was the score, folks, as if they did not even skip a beat. Something Arsenal should learn from. Again, Arsenal did not take a day off. These guys took 3 weeks off during the holidays. They came back, the scoreline was 3-0 Bayern Munich. Harry Kane in the 90th minute to seal the victory. Jamal Musiala, half British, half English, half German, had the brace. Bayern Munich is the top dog. Now they should be back on top of the table. Well, second to Bayer Leverkusen, 42 to 41. And this is what champions do. Days off, days active, it doesn't matter. They will not get rusty. They deliver the victory no matter what. And in the Premier League, we had a Friday night special today where one of my favorite teams, I love this team, Luton. Again, Luton shocked the world, not even shocked the world. They drew Burnley, a team coached by Vincent Kompany. Ross Barkley, the bad man from Everton FC, who also played for, did Ross Barkley play for Liverpool or was it Manchester City? I don't know who signed him. Was it Chelsea? I believe it was Chelsea who signed him with Danny Drinkwater from Leicester City. And it did not work out at Chelsea. He went back to Everton. Now he's playing for, at 30 years old, now he's playing for Luton FC. Luton, I think that Luton will survive this year. Because I'm looking at the table here. Luton is 18th place, 16th, tied neck and neck with Everton. I'm telling you, this team does not play like a team who got recently promoted in the Premier League. They play with their heart on their sleeve. They give it their all. They shock Arsenal Football Club. They have shocked many teams in the Premier League, and they will continue to shock all the other teams until the season ends on May 15 this year. Congratulations again to Luton FC. Even though you are in a relegation battle, you show heart. Something I cannot say for the Arsenal Football Club. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Now tomorrow, since we're not going to have that many Premier League games, we're going to have for you guys Chelsea against Fulham at 7:30 a.m. Chelsea should win this game after Fulham was beaten by Liverpool. I do believe that Chelsea have what it takes to beat Fulham, but I have to go with the underdog. So folks, go with Fulham +1 +2 at Stamford Bridge at 7:30 in the morning. You can go ahead now and start placing your bets. Fulham will travel to Stamford Bridge, underdog +2 +1 Fulham FC. And then we have at 12:30 p.m. at high noon, Newcastle United hosting Manchester City. Guaranteed victory for Manchester City. Head-to-head, 1-0 City, 2-0 City, 2-1 City, or 3-1 City. The last time they met, Manchester City beat them at the Etihad 1-0, and that was on Saturday, August 19, 2023, last year. And also March 4th, Manchester City beat them 2-0 at the Etihad. And the last time they traveled to Newcastle, it was a 3-3 spectacular match where the likes of Almiron, Wilson and Trippier scored for Newcastle, but when it comes to Manchester City, Gundogan, Haaland and Silva, Bernardo was the one. But now, facing this Manchester City team, they're back, they're healthy. Kevin De Bruyne is back to captain his side. Haaland will be back. Foden and Julian Alvarez, who's been carrying the team. There is no way Manchester City will miss on this opportunity, because prior to that match, the last time Manchester City came to the St. James's Park Stadium, it was a 4-0 victory. And that was where Ruben Diaz, João Cancelo, Riyad Mahrez, and Raheem Sterling, who now play for Chelsea, were able to. This was the scoreline, right? 4-0 victory for Manchester City, and I'm expecting them to go back on that game here and copy that same formula to beat Newcastle United. Unfortunately, Newcastle will fall at 12:30. I'm calling it now. 1-0 City, 2-0 City, 3-1 City. It will be a +2 if you want to go with the underdog. Newcastle United +2. I guarantee you +2 that Newcastle will cover that spread. +1, I cannot give you that guarantee, but +2, +3, Newcastle United, but they will lose, unfortunately, because why? The return of Kevin De Bruyne. And then in the Il Calcio Serie A, we have Internazionale versus Monza. They have to go top of the league. This one, you can close your eyes and place the bet like Ray Charles on Internazionale to beat Monza at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have, I only have one game for the Serie A for Saturday. And for La Liga, we have Real Betis versus Granada, but avoid these games. Let's focus more on the Supercopa. So La Liga, I will keep that aside. And we have Monaco versus Reims. And if we're looking at the head-to-head here, Monaco is third, Reims is eighth in the league, 26 points on the table, 33 points for the third place team Monaco. And head-to-head at home, the last time Reims came to Monaco, Monaco lost to them. They were a bit shaky. They lost 1-0 to Reims. If you watch the French league, go with REIMS +1 +2 underdog Reims to shock Monaco. I'm not saying that they're invincible, they will not lose, but I expect them to shock the line. +1 +2. The last time they came here, it was March 12, 2023, and they beat Monaco at the Stade Louis II. So I expect them to be the underdog here. Heavy, go with Reims. Now on Sunday, for the Bundesliga tomorrow, we have Bayer Leverkusen traveling to Augsburg at 9:30. Augsburg will be hosting Bayer Leverkusen, and I expect Granit Xhaka, Boniface, who's in the African Cup of Nations. Granit Xhaka, I expect your team to go top of the table. Well, you are already top of the table. I expect you to maintain first place by expanding the lead back to 4 when you collect 3 points against Augsburg. Head-to-head, on the last time they traveled up there, it was a 1-0 loss on February 3rd, 2023. This is a whole different team you're facing now. Patrick Schick. You're facing a team like in the likes of Patrick Schick, Granit Xhaka. You are facing Florian Wirtz, Hoffman, Granit Xhaka, Grimaldo, Palacios, Frimpong, Inciampi, Jonathan Tah. And I expect nothing but a 2-0 victory 2-1 victory, 3-0 victory, 3-1 victory from Bayer Leverkusen. They will win this game. I guarantee it. Bayer Leverkusen will win this game. And if you like German football, don't forget we have this one will be at 9:30 in the morning. And in the same Bundesliga at 12:30 p.m. we have Borussia Dortmund versus Darmstadt. And head-to-head, the last time Borussia Dortmund traveled up there, they lost 2-1. And they don't have a good record traveling to that stadium. And that was back in 2017, the last time they met at Darmstadt. Back in March 2016, Borussia Dortmund beat them 2-0, but that's a whole different team they have now. My advice, you go with the underdog Darmstadt to shock Borussia Dortmund +2, +1. I expect them to lose on the money line, but underdog on the spread heavy, I will go with Darmstadt +2 and +1. And moving on to Sunday, I already give you a Super Copa prediction. And we have Everton versus Aston Villa in the Premier League at 9 a.m. All in favor of Aston Villa, 100% victory, I guarantee it. Unai Emery will not miss this chance to beat Everton and the ship they are in 17th place in the league. I expect Aston Villa to win this one on the spread -1, -2. Scoreline prediction 2-0 Villa, 2-1 Villa, 3-1 Villa. Aston Villa should have this one wrapped up and a bow tie done. And then we have Manchester United, the one that we all want to watch, the Super Sunday at I'll be watching their highlights for 20 to 30 minutes when I wake up from bed, because I promise after the bad taste Arsenal left in my mouth, pause, respect to Truth all day, respect to Cameron who invented the pause movement, and Dipset all day, but again, let's go. And Manchester United will be hosting at 12:30 p.m. the Tottenham, who have been very active lately in the supermarket. And before I give you that one, let's look at the signings of Tottenham. Tottenham have signed Radu Draguzen from Romania. Don't forget the coach who coached Tottenham. He's Romanian Australian, and he knows the Romanian market pretty well. He signed the 21 years old Radu Draguzen and has shifted Eric Dyer, or Eric Diarrhea as we used to call him, no disrespect, to Bayern Munich. And of course they have signed, we all know this by now, Timo Werner, the ex-Chelsea player who will be donning the number 16 at Tottenham. Now, the playmaking wits of James Maddison, who's been injured for Tottenham, is now Timo Werner's responsibility, and Kulinowski. I expect Tottenham to beat it sounds crazy. You probably don't, even though Heung-min Son is in the Asian Cup of tournament, just like the AFCON Cup, he's not going to be on the pitch with his team as a captain. But this is why they signed Timo Werner. This is a team, even though Tottenham is by reputation under Arsenal, now you both are equal when it comes to trophy aspiration. But Tottenham show me ambition. It sounds funny when I say this. Tottenham have all it takes to beat Manchester United this Sunday. Let me explain myself. Head to head, the last time Tottenham traveled to Old Trafford, it was a 2-0 victory over Spurs. Not this version of it, the past. And that was back on October 19th, 2022. Tottenham is looking to avenge this. And 2022 in the Premier League, we're not going to count FA Cup or Carabao Cup, United 3-2 over Tottenham, 2-0 over Tottenham. Now, if Tottenham will lose this game, which is highly unlikely, I expect Tottenham to squeeze a 1-0, 2-1 victory against Manchester United. I sound mad to say this. I'm expecting Tottenham, let me write this down, I'm going to write this down. I'm expecting Tottenham, I don't know how they're going to do it, but based on my divination and how I do my prediction, I expect Tottenham, the only game I'm going to write down this weekend, Spurs, to win this game -1, that means 1-0 or 2-1. With the acquisition of this new defender and Timo Werner. I'm all in favor for Tottenham Hotspur. This is why I do not do favoritism anymore, so I can focus on all the leagues. So I expect Spurs to shock Manchester United by defeating them. If that will be at 60% Tottenham win this one at Old Trafford. But if this is a big if Tottenham lose to Manchester United, it will be +2, +1, and that is at 60%. They will lose to, this is highly, because this is Old Trafford. Don't forget they have a new staff, they have new owners, and they're probably going to look to do a hat trick on Tottenham in their stadium at Old Trafford. I beg to differ. Tottenham will go up there. If they lose this one, there will not be any draw. Somebody will lose this one here. It will be +1 Tottenham, +2. All in favor of Tottenham, but me, I'm expecting them to win this game. Their midfield is strong. Richarlison is back scoring. I expect Tottenham to beat Manchester United -1, 1-0 or 2-1. Now, before I close, as for the other leagues, on Sunday we have Serie A, AC Milan versus AS Roma, a very hot rivalry, and I'm going with AS Roma as the underdog +1 to shock AC Milan in their own stadium. You were not supposed to lose against Atalanta in the Coppa Italia, and that will psychologically impact you. Therefore, I expect Mourinho to show up there with a game plan to park the bus in the last 20 minutes. If Roma score first in this game, Roma win the game. I expect AC Milan to be stronger at the San Siro, but AC Milan, if they win this game, is -1. -1 only. That is a 1-0 or a 2-1. There will not be a large score margin against Jose Mourinho. I expect AS Roma to lose only by 1 if they lose, but I'm expecting Mourinho to squeeze a boring 1-0 victory at 30% to beat AC Milan. Let me write this down because I'm interested in this game. So I'm expecting AC Milan to win this game 1-0 or 2-1, but I expect Jose Mourinho to pull a 1-0 victory. I'm going all in for Roma. Draw at 60%, 1-1 or a 0-0 draw in favor of Roma. They will try to snatch a point from the San Siro, but make no mistake, at that that's at 70%. That 30%, I also reserve it for them to collect a 1-0 victory, all in favor of AS Roma. Again, this game is at 2:45 p.m. Tottenham play Manchester United at 11:30 p.m. And then that's pretty much all I have when it comes to my presentation. La Ligue 1 is back on Sunday. You will have, I will not do Ligue 1 because why? They took a month off for the holidays. They have to build their stats back up for them to be chosen. As for Arsenal Football Club, you have been extremely lazy in the transfer market. I'm hearing rumors that you are linked with a bunch of players that you will not sign. Borja Mayoral, you proposed £22 million for him, decline. You are too cheap. People invest in the club, but the owners don't want to invest in buying players. And this year, Stan Kroenke kind of have a point to prove, because why? I don't like the guy, I don't like Edu, and I don't like Mikel Arteta. I told you guys, I'm anti this regime already. All these proposals, yap, like Teddy, they have not signed a single player. They have been linked with, Arsenal have been linked with footballers, rugby players, hockey players, lacrosse players, tennis players, and none of them have so far put pen to paper. Tottenham players hold their jersey when they sign. Real Madrid players hold their jersey when they sign. Bayern Munich players hold their jersey when they sign. Chelsea Football Club, when they sign a player, I see them holding the jersey within 24, 48 hours up to 72 hours. So far at Arsenal, it's been nothing but rumors. Amadou Onana, rumor. Borja Mayoral, rumor. Ivan Toney, rumors. Selling Eddie Nketiah, rumors. Apparently they want to keep him at Arsenal. Rumors. And Emil Smith Rowe being sold, all rumors. Rubbish rumors. Arsenal Football Club have not done any demonstration to show me progress after this embarrassment they have caused us over the last 3 weeks. So far, nobody's been bought. There is a rumor that they're going to sign Zubimendi again. Until, you know what, I used to have a saying when it comes to Arsenal Football Club. Until the player put pen to paper at London Colney, he has been signed by Arsenal Football Club. Scratch all that. All the rumors, you can have them all you want. I want to see foot to ground. Arsenal signed this player. Oh really? I want to see his name on the matching lineup sheets as an Arsenal confirmed player. I'm not buying rumors from nobody. I don't care if your name is Fabrizio Romano. I don't care if your name is Robbie. I don't care who it is. I will not. I want to see the player playing in Arsenal's jersey to believe that this club have indeed signed players. I'm hearing rumors that we are linked up with Lautaro Martinez. BS. I'm hearing rumors that we may sign Victor Osimhen. BS. So far, nobody's been sold by Arsenal Football Club. Nobody has been purchased by Arsenal Football Club. These are all fabre, as we say in the French language. All fabrication rumors, if you ask me. As far as I'm concerned, this club is going to just fight for third and fourth place. And if they keep messing around, then they miss out on the top four to be eliminated to qualify for the Champions League. And they will go right back to the Europa League where they came from. Arsenal Football Club, if you really care about yourselves, if you really care about fans old school like me who still support this club with a question mark, because why? I don't believe in this regime, and that's why I focus on the patriarch team, Real Madrid, the team that they used, once upon a time used to be mini Real Madrid, respected, feared. Now you have lost all that attribute. You just like, you're not even like Tottenham. Tottenham is more feared nowadays in the Premier League than you. If teams in England have to choose to pick between you and Tottenham to get a victory, I guarantee you they'll pick you as the Arsenal Football Club. You have dropped the bar so low that the only way to salvage this football club in the next 2 years, hell, in the next 6 months, is to sell every single player you have, fire Mikel Arteta, get rid of the Kroenkes, and then fire Edu Gaspar. It is the only way this will be solved. You will not salvage. Your reputation is long gone now. It is all over. 2 years back to back, you have lost the title, you have lost the FA Cup, you have lost the Europa Cup, and you will definitely be kicked out of the Champions League. It is done. No more title hope, it is done. I'm tired of seeing people like me depressed, drinking alcohol on your behalf. I'm tired of seeing people like Troops on a couch getting therapeutic lectures from a Chelsea fan and Sophie. I am sick and tired of seeing Robbie lose his hair. Wait, you already lost it. I'm sick and tired of seeing guys like me and Lee gonna go off. And I'm sick and tired of being lectured by Manchester United fans like Ranceroni, even though I respect you, and Tottenham's on, roasting us every year. We are tired at Arsenal camp. I destroyed the previous jersey for a reason, but that was a jersey that was given under the reign and the regime of Unai Emery, and Nicolas Pepe was brought in the jersey. However, as you can see, I have one of my precious Arsenal jerseys here, the away jersey. I will be using this for street soccer or football. We're not gonna get rid of this one because of your stupidity. I would like to see Arteta gone first before I burn this jersey off. Because why? It cost me this one. I paid for it from my own pocket. Mikel Arteta, look here, sir. You are not qualified to coach Arsenal Football Club. Edu, who's scared to buy players from his own country in Brazil, you are not qualified to be in our board of director. As you all know, Josh Kroenke and the Kroenke family, who's responsible for this club, we buy your products year in, year out. Me, I took a year off. Me, I'm taking a sabbatical until this regime is gone. To invest in Arsenal products is a pleasure for you guys, because whether we win or lose, you're the one who get your money either or. So since we're not running here a lacrosse team, or one of your famous team that your daddy owned, the Avalanche, the Colorado Rapids, the Colorado, the Denver Chicken Nuggets, well, not no more because they won the NBA championship. Now, Arsenal fans, before I close this show, let me put some good sense into you guys. Pause. Again, respect to Cameron, Dipset, what up? If you notice the pattern here, don't you see that you are the last on Kroenke's list? Denver Nuggets, champions over the last 2 years. The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup, Lord Stanley, in the last 3 years. The LA Rams have won the Super Bowl in the last 3 years. Now ask yourself one question. All these teams are on. The Real Salt Lake and MLS have won the MLS thing in the last 5 years. Now, these teams, except for the Denver Broncos, the two teams that he does not care about is you and the Broncos. Kroenke has been collecting trophies in all his major investment. But for some reason, when it comes to Arsenal Football Club, look at where you are. Look at the standings. If I had a table of all the assets that the Kroenke family with the KSI Entertainment has purchased, look at what you are classified as a football club. You are just a money pit, some kind of treasury where he just come there and grab like a crane, grab, pull, and toss aside. You are not on his top priority when you wake up. Perhaps his son remind him, not his son fully on the Denver Nuggets. That was his gift to his son. The Denver Nuggets belong to Josh Kroenke as a gift. They have won the NBA trophy. But Arsenal Football Club, ask yourself, when are you going to win a title under this regime? Will you dream about it? Will you banter about it? Will you brag about winning trophies? Or will you blame the old school fans like me who have been raising hell since the beginning of the season? People like Lee Gunner, people like Northside. Respect to Northside, my Portuguese youngin. I like this kid. He's very new on the scene as Arsenal podcaster. Young man, respect from whether you are in Portugal or in London. I like the job that you are doing. I like the fact that you have joined the army of Rensolini, just like all of us have. We have no choice, because why? Whether you agree with Rensolini or not, statistically and mathematically, he speaks the truth. You can be upset about it if you're a new Arsenal fan. Guess what? He speaks the truth, and the truth is what we yearn, and this is what we need if this club is going to move forward. Make no mistake, we all care about the football club in our own version. Lee Gunner is like me, old school Real Madrid fan. He probably liked Real Madrid way before I was a Madrid fan in 2000 and 2001, because why? Vicente Del Bosque, the man who counseled Arsene Wenger into taking the job at Arsenal Football Club in 1996. When he used to look at, if he's alive or I think he passed away. Vicente Del Bosque used to look at the Arsenal Football Club back in the day. He used to say this at Madrid. The only football team, even though Manchester United at that time played Real Madrid, and the Battle of Old Trafford, where Ronaldo from Brazil, El Goldo, scored 2 goals. I believe he scored a hat-trick at Old Trafford. Del Bosque, he was asking a question. He said, who's the team in England that can match the quality of pure football? Did you know who we called a mini Madrid once upon a time in 2001, 2002, 3, 4, and 5, and 6? Arsenal Football Club. There was a time, and you were the only team from England to go to his stadium in Spain and Real Madrid at the Bernabeu to eliminate them with Thierry Henry. When Thierry Henry scored against Madrid to eliminate them, I even saved the poster of the celebration. Remember that there, right there. If you think I'm playing around, this was at the Bernabeu where Thierry Henry eliminated Real Madrid in a Champions League quarterfinal in their own stadium. Where is this Arsenal Football Club? Before I close this podcast today, I'm going to ask you a question. Look me in the eyes, because I know you guys hire your spies to watch this podcast. Mikel Arteta especially, you have heard rumors in London. Look me in the eyes and tell me, what happened to this Arsenal Football Club? I'm not going to ask you any other questions. What happened to the club who went to the Bernabeu to collect the 1-0 victory over the great Real Madrid, where Thierry Henry was pointing at the stands to the Arsenal fans? This is something that is done once every 50 years or once every 100 years. Where has this Arsenal Football Club gone to? Now, you either going to do this, or if Mikel Arteta failed to deliver the Premier League without signing anybody this winter, he deserves to leave his post. Kroenke will stay no matter what for the next 3 or 5 years. That's the reality of things. The likes of Edu will probably retain his job, But Arsenal fans, ask yourself this: do you want to keep either Edu or Arteta past June 2024? That's all I have to say. I'm not gonna say anything here. My rent is done. When you come to renting, now you guys can continue to joke around while people like me and Lee gonna focus on Real Madrid and keep one eye on the Arsenal Football Club like Fetty Wap. But disrespect to the dude. You either can focus on winning championship or focus on Bento. Choose one, because your fate has been sealed. If there is no signing that's meaningful in the likes of Ivan Toney, you are looking at a 0% chance of winning the league. Tottenham have more chance to win the league with, I will say, Manchester City will defend their title, equally being challenged by Liverpool. Third team to win the Premier League, yes, with the acquisition of Timo Werner and Dragusin from Romania. Tottenham is back on schedule as the third best team to win the Premier League. And as an Arsenal, as a gunner, with question mark, I have zero shame to say it. Sayonara, folks. Enjoy the matches. I hope you guys win plenty, and I hope you have the appropriate age and your region to place bets. So long, folks. Have an excellent weekend. Salute. Good night, folks. Love you guys.